Life often shows its contrasts in the most unexpected places. That afternoon, Nam, recently graduated, still searching for a job and attending evening English classes, was invited to a classmate's birthday. What awaited him at a white villa on the hillside was more than just a party. It was a glimpse into success, into failure, and into the fine line that separates the two. The warm-up game began in laughter. Cluck, cluck. Guess what's all white? A young girl bent forward, patting her back like a mother hen. The group burst out laughing. Then came Nam's turn. He pursed his lips, craned his neck, and barked playfully, "Woof, woof! Where? The crowd roared louder. This was Van's birthday, a classmate from the evening English course. The whole class had been invited to her family's villa, a sunlit white house halfway up the mountain, nestled under green canopies like something out of a European painting. The courtyard was filled with laughter, roses in bloom, the pool shimmering silver. From inside drifted the smell of roasted New Zealand lamb, marinated with garlic, rosemary, and sea salt, prepared with care by Van's mother. She served each guest warmly with the tenderness that Van herself had inherited. As the friends chatted under the porch, a silver Porsche Cayenne glided into the yard. Van's father stepped out, tall, strong, his graying hair lending him both authority and warmth. He greeted the young crowd with a bright smile. "Work? On my daughter's birthday? Never!" he joked, making everyone laugh. Van's father was a petroleum geologist. With a Coke can in hand, he shared, "Do you know how oil is formed? Millions of years ago, sea creatures were buried under sediment. Under immense pressure and heat, they turned into oil and gas. My job is to detect exactly which rock layers hold that treasure, measure its reserves, and guide the drills. Sometimes it's buried 4,000 meters deep." He popped the can, psht, soda fizzing out. "That's the pressure when a drill hits a reservoir. Oil and gas are forced upward, then collected through steel pipes." The students leaned in, fascinated. Nam, too, was struck, not only by the man's knowledge, but by his openness and simplicity. The father added thoughtfully, "This industry can lift people high, but it can also destroy them. For those with discipline, it's rewarding. For those who stray, it's a trap, with too much money and too much idle time." Nam's thoughts wandered to his neighbor, Trần Văn Châu. Once, Chow too had been a skilled rig mechanic, coming from the mountains with dreams of fortune at sea. He had a wife, a child, a warm home. But gambling and drinking stripped it all away. Now he was nothing but a bitter drunk, living with his frail mother and thin little boy in a damp, broken boarding house. The contrast was too stark. In Van's home, warmth and success. In Chow's life, ruin and decay. Same industry, same sea, but one found black gold, the other drowned in shadows. After the party, Nam wandered up the mountain road. Villas of every style lined the slopes. Mediterranean roofs, modern glass walls, and modest homes tucked in gardens. From a bend, he saw the wide blue sea, tankers and cargo ships quiet at the port. People strolled below, unhurried, savoring life. He passed an ancient temple. Monkeys darting among tall trees, children laughing as they fed them bananas. He stopped at a roadside stall, sipping fresh coconut water, the breeze carrying scents of grass, salt, and incense. From afar, the steady rhythm of a wooden drum echoed, tock, 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 like time itself. Nam thought of Chow again. Once Chow had been young like him, leaving the mountains behind after a tunnel accident, stepping into this very city with dreams of change. The sea had welcomed him. The people had given him a chance, but he had squandered it all. Under the fading sun, Nam felt the weight of a question. If one man could rise and another could fall, which path would be his own? The ocean still waited, and beyond it, the oil rigs, the battles, the temptations, the dreams. That story continues in the next chapter.